It is April 5th, 2022. And this morning they put on the television a new face that, like it used to be just Yahtzee Chotsy. And now it's like a bunch of different faces that they're putting on the machine. This new one doesn't just say I don't even think the other ones I think they were sticking in New York City. This one though says the US. So now she's the face and the messenger of the US. Well, that's going to be really easy to take care of just the one person, but it gets confusing because she's in charge, or she's claiming to be in charge of, on public, like with the New York State agreement of whatever they do in airwaves, and who, I don't even know if they're consulting with the eyebrow raisers or the eyebrow raised that I need. I have one eyebrow raised that I'm aware of, that I have met, that qualifies to protect me and what I need. So that should be the one that be addressed on stuff like this. I don't understand how, under this public health crisis, you could have anybody in positions functioning within New York City, claim to New York City. Here, this is the new face that they put up today, and her name.
I'm Dr. Violette.
Here it is. So, Dr. Violette Ashby, Field Physician, Vulnerable Populations, Office of School Health, New York City Department of Health and Mental Hygiene. Now, she's claiming a doctorate. So, according to Master Intelligence, isn't she in direct violation because she's claiming there's a challenge there now all of a sudden at Master of Intelligence, that she somehow is more intelligent than the Master of Intelligence that exists somewhere in the world. I just have no name or word chart. There's been nothing given for me to even explain somebody special level of isolemia at ideal. But here's what the challenger to Masters of Intelligence and Masters of the Universe, somewhere else that has one eyebrow raised, this is what she's explaining this morning about all of these vaccines that they're injecting people with in New York City. I am just staying out of the way at this point. I don't know what else to do.
A doctor caring for our children in our city's public schools. As a doctor, I hear a lot of questions about the COVID-19 vaccine from parents. One common question I get is, what tests were done to make sure the COVID-19 vaccine is safe for children? The vaccine was tested for safety in thousands of children and was found to be very safe and effective. The process was monitored closely by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration and other independent experts. The COVID-19...
Who was employed in those U.S. areas? I'm just curious. Who had access to inject sequencing of something else? There's other pieces that I know about, but in a sequencing of a machine, based on the studies that I have done here, but not in human clinical trials, in a more single cell, like amoeba type way in physiology of tissue that was given, but not in an interactive capacity with gene sequencing for certain.
19 vaccine for children was developed and tested in the same way as adult COVID-19 vaccines. In clinical trials, vaccine side effects were mild and similar to other vaccines recommended for children, and millions of children in the US have been safely vaccinated. As a doctor, I recommend that children 5 and older get vaccinated against COVID-19. Get your child vaccinated today.
So that's their paid for advertisement this morning. Again, I'm not buying it. I don't want them to get away with it. But where do you report it so they round all of them up and they eliminate the problem and the threat to public health? Just curious. It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza. It's Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken. Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361. I don't want my gene sequencing to be changed at a machinist's level by anything that looks like that, and by anything, period. I need it to go back to the way that I was originally built, and not in this horrible side whatever by injecting unbeknownst sources just so they could have some study to earn some doctorate level in some really disgusting gambling facility.